just make one for fun, right? And I think I had sold like $62 in like the first like couple hours.
Kind of in the same way you were trying stuff out in the sporting goods business, seems like how you started out in OnlyFans as well. Explain that.
So we did the sporting goods business for like 6-7 years, and then Brian and I like soft retired. We got to the point where we were financially comfortable. And then we kind of were like, well, what do we want to do now?
We putted around for like 4 years. We used that time to get very fit. If we show you the before and after pictures, they're pretty funny. So we got really fit in that time. We started 3 or 4 different projects. We tried to build a automatic charger, like a little robot for Teslas. Yeah. And so it was cool. We had like stepper motors, and it was neat.
We had like some cool 3D printed prototypes, but we were just like, we're not getting traction fast enough. And I think we researched a couple other things, and then we ended up doing a like small business, which was the DEXA lab. So we had a DEXA machine, you would lay down and you would scan people's body fat. So it was helping a lot of people who were like starting like a weight loss journey or just wanted to measure their progress in the gym. And it wasn't until I think one night, I was bored and I was like, a friend had mentioned OnlyFans and I was like, I'll make one if you make one, which he never did, but it was a joke. And so it was just kind of like lingering in my head, and I was like, I'll just make one for fun, right? And I think I had sold like $62 in like the first like couple hours.
She just turns to me and she says, hey, I just sold $60 on OnlyFans. I'm like, $60? What do you mean? And she said, yeah, send some pictures. I'm like, show me.
And I think I put fitness progress photos on there. Like sports bra, thong, like totally clothed. And it was just like, here's before my fitness journey, here's what I am now type of thing. Because I didn't have any content. It's not like I didn't have socials. I didn't have any kind of like presence or, so I think a lot of people end up having like, an Instagram account with 500,000 people on it, and then they go and they create an account and convert it. And it's like, I didn't have any of that at all. No one knew me at all.
And this is 2021, so this isn't that long ago.
No, and it's actually the year after. Like 2020 was a huge rise because of COVID and everything. So like a lot of people started on OnlyFans. So I missed that whole year. So yeah, I showed it to Brian. I was like, he's like, what did you sell? And I was like, well, like these photos, like these photos.
And I'm like, okay, well, this is a fluke. Like, this isn't a real thing. There's like this niche market. You found some little thing. That's cool. Google OnlyFans market cap. Oh, OnlyFans sold $2 billion last year. And I'm like, what the f are you saying to me right now? And
so then we spent, I think, like $400 or $500 on other people's content. I remember who I bought it from. I remember what we saw, and we were not impressed.
Okay, what? I mean, lay it out there.
It was very lackluster. It was like 3-second clips and like a quick little bundle. They're all blurry. The lighting is terrible, and it's like she was like jumping on a couch or something. And I'm like, this doesn't even remotely match what the title says.
So this wasn't even porn at the time. Okay.
No, like fully clothed. So we're looking at it and we're like, well, we could probably do that way better, having zero camera experience, zero production experience. But just the fact that we were like, there seems to be a lot of demand. The product quality seems pretty low. And we have a lot of time on our hands, and this sounds interesting, and we already have traction. Again, coming back to we got traction instantly.
The sales trajectory was like 9,000 per month. 5, 9, 16, 32, 48, 68, 150, 350, 550. And yeah, it was like wild. That was an interesting time. Felt like, bulletproof, like you just couldn't make a wrong decision. I literally must have pressed the space bar or something on my Apple Note, but I had literal time stamped. We had done like 16,000 in sales, and I said, everyone on here sucks. We can do way better. We'll be #1 in 6 months if we go all in. And 6 months later, we had sold like over $1 million. We were #1 by some metrics, some others not.
How do we scale it? Okay, how do we get more eyeballs? Do people advertise on here? Like, how does this work? Who am I? Who am I going to be? And we were like, well, the easiest thing is to just be myself. We have a gym in our warehouse. Cool, I'm gonna work out anyways. I'll just be myself and talk about, hey, I have an open relationship. Hey, I work out. Hey, these are my things that I'm doing right now. And that was kind of what we rolled with. So then we started to research more about the platform and how we'd want to grow on it, and how do I get more people to see me? And then what do we offer?
and what did you figure out on those latter two fronts?
So we had never filmed anything. So we're like, we'll just try and make home videos. So we just flop a phone or do a selfie, and we were like, we're really bad at this, but this is what people want. They want like an authentic, like real experience, and not, a gigantic production with a set and everything. I've always kept in the, I trip over the rug, or the light goes out, or, something weird happens and I giggle. Like, I leave all that in because that's what makes it just like feel that real and raw. And we just did that from the get-go. So actually, I think Brian and I did like a year's worth of, we did a video a day for like a year, just trying to like practice. Like, how do we film this and how do we capture it? And then we started to build up more content that we could then send out on OnlyFans to the people who eventually came. So it was a lot of like R&D for the first couple of months, and then having some conversations like within the first 3 weeks of like, okay, are we going to do this? And then what are the life implications of it? Once you kind of have put your face or your body out there, you can't really come back from that. And to each their own. Like, I understand, like, some people may not want to associate with other people like that. And so, like, I had to know that, like, okay, my family will find out. Or potentially any other, like, business opportunity that we kind of want to do in the future.
Or if this doesn't work out and I have to go find a real job.
I was never concerned about that.
Okay. Really?
No.
Okay.
No, I think maybe a little blind ambition, but I just always we always believed in our skills and in each other and ourselves, that like we could figure that out. Like, there wasn't much hesitation. It was just like, we're looking for something new. This is a huge challenge that seemingly has a great upside. Let's try it out, kind of thing. I don't think I didn't have much to lose. So.
And I mean, that's not true, because once you put that out there, if it doesn't work out, you could argue there's a lot to be
You could argue
lost.
it. Maybe it didn't matter to me. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. Because factually, I think you're right. I think for me, I was okay with it.